My God.
When man makes you holy, man can take his holiness back.
My God. Go ahead, sir.
But when God makes you holy, can't nobody take it.
That's right.
And holiness, contrary to popular belief, is not what you wear or what you got on, but holiness is your lifestyle. Because holiness is a lifestyle. And you got too many perpetrators being holy on Sunday, but don't let me see you on Monday because you're trying to duck. I think that was Pastor Van. Let me duck. Let me duck. I don't want to see him. See, I got two brother-in-laws. I love my brother-in-law because they just straight up, they just honest. They just come the way they are. I got no problem with that. They just come the way they are, and they just respect me in my house, and I respect them in their house. If I go to their house, they can do anything they want to do. It's their house. And if they come in my house, they respect my house. I can deal with that, but don't be undercover. I don't want him to see me. Oh, that's Lee's car to me. Let me put this out of it. No, I can't deal with you, dear, because then I don't know if you're going to try to perpetrate on me. No. Just be honest with God. Just let God know where you're at. And if he knows where you're at, he can take you to where he wants you to go. All he wants is a real praiser that says, Lord, I'm jacked up. Matter of fact, I was messed up last night, Lord, but I'm here. I just want to let you know. I barely made it, Lord. Good God, my belly. Good God. I feel the spirit, preacher. I know you do. I know you do. God can sober you up. God can make you whole. God can get everything right on the inside.
Preach.
And I'd rather have a house of people coming just the way they are than a house of perpetrators, undercover, two-faced praisers. Because you know what happened with two-faced praisers? When I don't do it the way you want me to do it. I don't say it the way you want me to say it. You'll sit down on your praise, and I'm not the one you're supposed to be praising.
That's good.
I don't understand. People get mad with the pastor, but they can't give God praise. You ain't come to praise the pastor in the first place. You came to lift up the name of God. And if nobody is standing before this podium, you should still be able to raise your hand and give God glory. You should still be able to lift up your voice and say glory, hallelujah. And it doesn't matter who's standing before the podium, who's standing sitting on the throne. So you don't want two-faced praisers.
My God.
Matter of fact, in Revelation, he said, if you're lukewarm, I'll spew you out of my mouth. It was so interesting when I read that. God, I thought you would think that God would say, I would rather you be hot. But he didn't leave it like that. He said, I'd rather you be hot, which is being on fire for me. Or I'd rather you be cold, still in your sin, than be lukewarm, perpetrating. Because if you're hot, I can take you to another level. If you're cold, I can deal with your sin because you're honest about it, and I can get you to another point. But if you're lukewarm, you think you're playing the right game, and don't nobody know you're playing the game. And God said, don't worry, I got a step for you, and you're going to fall off that fence that you're trying to balance on. And when you fall, you're going to hurt yourself. And then everybody going to know. Then you were a two-faced praiser. Gave him praise on one day, but the next day, you couldn't give him praise. But if we would just come to God's house in honesty, and just as we are, because I'm one of these type of preachers, I'm not going to expect something from you that you have not confessed out of your mouth. If you ain't confessed salvation, why am I trying to dress you up? If you ain't confessed salvation, why am I trying to get you to do something that you haven't confessed? But one thing we will do, we'll get you involved in the ministry even though we know you're not saved yet. Because in the midst of doing that, you can't stay around the fire and don't catch on fire. If I can keep you coming, if I can keep you coming in the house, if I can keep you hearing the word, if I can keep you in the midst of the fire, one of these times, a spark is going to jump from the fire. And before you know it, Pastor, I don't know what's wrong with me. But something gotta stayed in the fire too long. And now something has got a hold of you. That's right. Invite them here, whether they high, drunk, messed up, or whatever. Because I believe God got enough power when you come to that door. I just believe this. Come in drunk, leave sober. Come in high, leave straight. Come in toe up from the floor, but when you walk out, you be walking straight. Because that is how God's house is supposed to be. But it cannot be like that if all of us are two-faced praisers. Because then God won't dwell in the midst. Because his spirit only dwells. They that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And if we're not in truth, he's not dwelling. And if he's not dwelling, there'll be no change in people's lives. So I'm closing. I'm closing. Yeah, wave your palms on Palm Sunday. Just don't be a two-faced praiser. Come on Easter all dressed up. Fill the house up. Just don't be a two-faced praiser. Matter of fact, just come, Pastor, you see me this Easter, you won't see me till next Easter. That's fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. At least I know when you're coming. I appreciate that. I know what to do when you're coming. I got a message just for you because I know when you're coming. Just don't be a two-faced praiser. I come on Easter, I come on Mother's Day, I come on Father's Day, but I come on Mother's Day. That's fine. Just don't be a two-faced praiser. Because all of us, if we be honest, don't like anybody who's two-faced.
That's right.
And if we don't like it, and God is holier than us, and is a consuming fire, then we know God doesn't like any two-faced praisers. Come on, give God a praise in this house.